Alright, I'm going to recreate this panel from chapter 115 of Bribob, and talk about the thought process, the color choices, all that good stuff. So first I'm going to start off with sketching it. So for this scene I wanted there to be a dramatic reveal of Guts's tramp stamp. So the scene is set where, here I still have the panels here. Let's see. Okay. So the audience is looking at Stan's reaction to Guts's shirt being pulled up, and Stan sees something, the audience does it. So then that's the big reveal of the next panel, is like the Griffith tramp stamp. So that's why I chose Stan to be in the background, Guts in the foreground, all that jazz. I hope that makes sense. Should I have done that differently? I don't know. Okay. So I'm gonna go over, let's do the text boxes first. So my handwriting, oh, wait, never mind. I already started off differently. So my handwriting is most of the time just at least legible. It is definitely not the best out there in terms of comic book artist stuff, but I refuse to do like text overlay digital like type fonts over my comics, because for me I just think it like looks kind of ugly, and I like the handwritten feel even if it is kind of goofy. I think it adds to the whole vibe of the comic. So for me, I like to write out everything even though it's kind of wonky. It's my thing. Okay, so I did this yellow box on the top because I wanted it to stand out, that it's not a speech bubble, it's not a thought bubble, it's just a clarifying, like you're in a flashback. So that's why there's a yellow box at the top. And then, yeah, and then it's just Stan saying it's just at the river. Okay. For the life of me, I've done so many of these, and I still, my handwriting is interesting. Okay. Whew. Alright. So let's do Guts first since he's in the foreground. So his shirt, like there. Okay. Okay, there's, I think that looks different. Okay, I think that's good. Okay. Now on to Stan. So Stan is like folding, they're like bathing in a river. So Stan's taking off his shirt here and he's like folding it. So I forgot to draw his nose in this one. But it doesn't look out of place. He's far enough back that it doesn't look odd. Okay. And then for the trees, I didn't even outline them for this one. There's no black outlines on the trees. It just makes it push it further in the background. So that's about it for the sketching stage. Okay. I'm just using a 0.5 micron. I'm just gonna fill in the words and talk as I just outline them. Like markers that you can't see. Okay. For me, micron is the gold standard because they're consistent, reliable, they last a long time. Holy moly. Sorry, my handwriting is just kind of rough. And they don't smudge once they dry, but they do take a little bit of time to actually fully dry, so it can be kind of annoying. I try to go the route of like fountain pens or like ink dipped pens or a ton of different pen brands, and so far nothing beats Micron in my book. So I'll always recommend them. Okay. So these cross-hatching lines right here, this is just like his shirt, like shadow. That's that. And then he has, Guts is super muscular, so this is like some abdomen muscle, which I don't know the name of off the top of my head. Looks like it's okay. Santa always has that like couple strands in the front that go up and down. I don't know. So okay, I think that's it for inking. This one isn't too intensive or crazy like the last orange one I did for the inking and sketching stages. So yeah, I think that's it for that. Okay. All right. So it's really important to erase every single hint of pencil lead, because when you apply Copics on top of pencil lead, it's impossible to erase. It just gets stuck. Like, it's very bizarre. I don't know if it's a chemical change or what, but it's more dramatic if it shows up like I might even do a little test so I show you. Just one sec. Alright, I put like a line of pencil lead right here. I'm gonna show you like, let's do some different ones so you see. Also, the pencil lead will get on the Copics, but for this example, it's not that big of a deal. Alright, so now I'm going to take an eraser. Look at that. The pencil lead does not move. It really doesn't. So, You gotta make sure whatever pencil lead is in your sketch stage, it is not there by the time you start coloring. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start off with guts first. So I'm just gonna take, I don't use straight black for Guts' shirt, so this is an N8. N8. I think it's one shade darker than the one I actually used for the real panel. It might be a direct match, I don't know. Okay. And then there's like a little green highlight on Guts' shirt, so I'm gonna test out 634 with this acrylic marker brush series. Okay, this is the wrong one. This will be fine, I think. Let's see. I'll show a technique. I don't even know what you call it a technique, but it's a really easy way to just use Copics and have the result you want, even if it's not exactly the right color. I'll try something out. Okay, so while this is drying, I'm gonna color in Guts' skin. Alright. I'm gonna use E53. And then E34. And a little bit of E44. Oh, and then I went back in with E34. And then I always use E44. Oh my gosh, come on. E44 for his like belt. I don't know, he has like a drawstring on his pants. I also use E44 on, oh, what the heck? When did I do that? That's interesting. Huh. I don't know why that happened. I also use it on Stan's shirt. I'll show a good way to cover up black dots too, so I'll go over that later. But that must have been when I was using this. I don't know how that happened. I'm gonna use R27 on Stan's shirt sleeves. Gonna use B93 for his pants here. Where the heck is... I gotta go get it. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna use E00 for the base of skin, Stan's skin. I don't know if you see it. No, you can't even see it on camera. But it's been a couple minutes, but the Micron pen still hasn't dried, so there's like a smudge line. Y13 for his belt. And then, okay, N3. I'm gonna use N3 for his like after, what's it called? 5 o'clock shadow. And then I'm gonna go back in with E34. I missed the other sleeve here. So I'm gonna hold off from coloring in Stan's hair and belt until the final stage because Stan's hair is like, it's really pointy, and the way that I cover in backgrounds, like his hair always smudges everything. So I usually save that step for the absolute last stage. I'm gonna go back in, see if I can make this look more like that. Let's see. No, nope, that didn't work. Let's see about. Let's do this. That didn't work, but looks okay. Okay, I tried to change the color to make the highlight look different. I like to experiment a lot. Wait, is it? Okay, my camera overheated, so the lighting looks a little bit different, but it'll work, it'll work. Okay, so I'm using YG61 just as the base background color. Okay. So I use E44 as the base of the trees in the background. Whoops, that'll work. They're not supposed to be the most detailed trees in the world, but I think they get the job done. Sort of dealio. Okay, looks like that's all I did for this one. YG45. Yeah, that's the right color. So okay. Then going back in with YG61 to blend it a little bit. And then I'm taking YG45, the same color I used at the bottom, and adding leaves. I'm trying not to hit the base of the tree because it just doesn't look good in my opinion. Okay. Then I'm taking YG13 and I'm also blending up a little bit here. Oops, I accidentally got his hand. So I'm blending up here, but then I'm just adding little leaves right here. I forgot, but I also darkened the very top and blended that down too. Okay. And then I took G99. Did like a very base darker thing here. And then I also went back in and reinforced the trees. That. At least the shadows on the trees. And then I also, I took G99 and made little dots around the bottom too. Bottom of the panel. Like that. And then I took YG45 and I just blended it a little bit so they don't look as harsh, like contrast wise. I think that's all I did for this layer here. So the next part of this is gonna be, where are they? It's gonna be all paint pen stuff. Okay, I think these are all the ones I used. So there's light dots up here, darker ones down here, so I'm taking 818 and I'm just adding, it looks like I went back in with, I forgot, BG, what's this? BG34. Yep, I went back in, I just did this whole area up here. Okay. Whoops, that's okay. Yeah, this is why I try not to do paint pens and then go back into Copics, because I don't like it being on the tips of the pens. That color transfers over into other stuff. It's just all around not good. But we'll live. Okay, so now I'm going into paint pen stuff. So just adding some little highlights up here, but only in this area in the middle. And then I'm taking this one, 794. This one's really pigmented. And I'm mostly having dots at the bottom of the page. And at the very top up here. Then I'm taking 792. What did I use? Oh, I don't think I actually used the 792 for this one. Never mind. No, wait, I did. It's just really hard to see. Or it dries differently. Huh. Okay, I didn't know this, but this pen, 792, dries a lot darker than how it looks. It's interesting. Okay, my camera is overheated 2 times. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know. I hope the last stage saved, and if not, I'll figure something out or just redo it, I guess. But oh my gosh, I made an interesting discovery. This 792 dries way darker than I thought it did. So I'm gonna, oh my gosh, just gonna take the corner. Look at that. Well, okay, on camera it doesn't look that different. But in person, it looks way lighter before and after it dries. So that's why it tripped me up when I was trying to recreate it. Okay. Let's see. This is 634. Just adding some more little dots here. I think that's all the dots I added. A couple more. adding a little bit of shading. Even though I didn't do that in the original. I think I actually used this color as the base. Yeah, I definitely used B97 instead of B93. Okay. Okay, so now that I'm done blending and doing a bunch of stuff in the background, I feel comfortable coloring in. This is YR23. Nope, that's a darker one. Okay, well, never mind. Oh, that's not the most important step teaching-wise anyways. So, I don't know, I just made it like a blended thing, even though it doesn't have to be. Okay, well, there's a couple differences in the two panels. But they're mostly the same. So once you know the method of how I do the background trees, you know, it's actually pretty simple to do. Like, you do the getting tongue-tied. Base colors, then you blend a darker area up into a lighter area. Then you just take a couple select colors, dab it, and then you add paint pens on top, and it looks like a little magical forest. I did forget the right highlight for Guts' shirt, but that's, I don't think it'll be the end of the world. I think we'll actually, let me see about this one. It's probably $7.92. Yep, that was it. Okay, well. Okay, here's the first one, here's the second one. So I have in my link tree, there's like an affiliate code, whatever, if you want to buy Copics or Micron, you purchased it through that, I get like a little bonus, which is pretty cool. Outside of that, I'll have also a place where you can buy all of the test, what's the word? YouTube version teaching panels. Like, I'll have that in a separate little collection category than like the original panels. So if you want to buy those, you can. And let me know if this tutorial was helpful or not, and thanks for watching.